I've been talking about feeling misunderstood or misunderstanding others and being obsessed by it and writing, over the last 20 years, writing 9 books about it, only to discover that maybe it's something about the way I'm wired and maybe it's to do with ADHD or autism. I don't know for sure. But today I was thinking, I see that as being very personal, as in, oh, I'm the problem because I misunderstood that person. And then I'm the problem that I'm not expressing myself very well because I've got this whole internal world going on. And yet I can't, there's such a gap between what's going on inside and what I'm able to communicate to people. But today I was thinking, it's interesting to me about the autism and ADHD stuff, is that maybe I've understood kind of the way the world works. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Every time I hear other people, well, let's say there's a few things. One of them is I seem to be surprised that people are having a different internal experience to me. Like the way the world functions in the majority of people, maybe. Does that make sense? But I think it's a surprise to me. Just the way the world, I feel like I need it spelt out to me that there's different groups of people and that how people as a whole function as a society. I don't know whether this is sounding completely bonkers. I don't know. They were just saying how you can divide people into 3 groups and they've got this intention and that intention, and then you've got some people with this personality type and I don't know. I seem to be really fascinated by having that explicitly told to me and explained to me. So it seems to be something that I don't know whether it's just being confused about. Is that classed as a misunderstanding? Am I using the right word here? Yeah, confused about the world and how it works. And I heard something and they were talking about post-traumatic stress. And they were saying it's much more it isn't related to having bad things happen to you necessarily. It's about meeting somebody or a group of people or some sort of evil in a way, or some sort of like being surprised, that naivety that you've had that generally people are good. And then you meet somebody and they want to kill you. Like, I mean, literally they want to kill you. And then that is what it leads to it's like you can't comprehend that kind of person exists in the world. And recently, gosh, this is taking a bit longer, sorry, I really have to talk about this. I've been thinking about a book that I read. I think it was about Netflix, the company, and they were talking about feedback in the workplace, and I'm a big fan of feedback but really don't like it as well. They were talking about jerks in the workplace. And it was the first time I'd seen anybody write about it in sort of a work setting. And also this acknowledgement of that this happens in the world, that there are jerks. Now, I felt that there are jerks at work before. But I was also told that I was too sensitive. And that, the problem was me because I was too sensitive. And definitely the problem was me. And then today I saw a video with Gary Vaynerchuk. And he was saying how he fires people all the time if they're, I don't know what the word was. I don't know whether he I'm not sure he used the word jerk. And he didn't say like a bad person, but he was saying that kind of undermining, but what he was saying is, what's really important is they may be good at the job. They may be bringing in money. They may be good, in all those kind of things. But there's just something about them that just causes havoc every time that they work in any particular team. And I don't know. I kind of needed to hear that. I needed to hear that it wasn't just me being sensitive and seeing, like, I'm getting upset by that behaviour and not. It doesn't always have to be their behaviour towards me. It can be their behaviour towards other people in the team and taking credit for things and undermining people and all of those things. And I found it really useful to hear other people name that because, as I say, I've been blaming me. But I think it's about, I needed these things named in the world. Yes, other people see it too. Other people see that some people are jerks and they're ruining that whole team working together thing. And it's not just me. And it's, yes, maybe I am too sensitive or whatever else. I mean, I do feel like I would really struggle in any kind of corporate setting. You know, I can't imagine ever working in that kind of setting again. But maybe it's just that a lot of people felt that they couldn't say that this is the way the world works, and there are some people that have got away with it for a long time and haven't been called out on it, and that it isn't necessarily the fault of these people that have been named as too sensitive because they struggle to work in that environment. So there you go. That's my misunderstanding story for tonight. Hope you enjoyed it, stayed for the end, then you heard me sing this song. La. Bye.